This is Miss Trina with Chat with Trina, and I'm here with my friend, Mr. Jay Owens. What up, what up, what up?
Hello. What's happening, Miss Trina? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me. Y'all, Jay is in my dance community with me, and we have been dancing forever.
Yeah,
Um,
long time.
long time, long time. Where is
Long
my thing?
time.
Okay, there it is. Forever. So I want to make sure I say this, y'all. Thank y'all for making the choice to click in the chat with Trina, and we're gonna jump right in. So, Jay, I asked you how old you are. I mean, how you're doing, but give me your official government name, because I used to call you Jimmy Jay. My sister
Mhm.
calls you Jimmy.
Uh-huh.
So,
Well,
who are you?
my government name is Jimmy Allen Owens the second. And
Okay.
yeah, the
And-
second. So but my friends they call me Jay, so I go by Jay,
Okay.
you know.
When my sister first, like, she said, "Oh, that's Jimmy." I said,
Mhm.
"No, his name Jimmy. That's what we called him in school." So,
Mhm.
so,
Yeah.
um, so tell me where you grew up and went to school.
Born and raised Houston, Texas, North Side.
Whoop,
Um,
whoop.
started off with city gas, and moved to Studewood, then moved to Greens Point, end up graduating from Big Ike, that
Someone
was,
did this the other day. One of the
oh yeah,
singers
yeah,
I
swoop,
interviewed.
swoop, yeah,
Swoop,
yeah,
swoop.
yeah,
That what she
yeah, swoop, swoop, yeah, that's Ike right
said.
there, all day, every day. Big Ike,
Yeah.
representing or whatever, play ball, all that good stuff, and had no idea I'd be doing this.
I know. I know. Um,
No idea.
do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I have three older sisters and then a little sister. Um I mostly came up, hanging around my cousins and stuff like that,
Okay.
with my brother, all them or whatever. So, I was the youngest, the only
Oh.
boy. So, my
Oh.
mom, she was hard on her brother because she was determined on not having no soft son. You know,
Okay.
she gave me
She
the
did a great
blues.
job.
She gave me the blues. So a lot of people, I tell them, oh, well, I'm the youngest. Oh, you're spoiled. No, not
She
at
wasn't
all.
having that.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah. She was hard. She was hard.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's
funny.
good though. I
But
appreciate
it
it.
paid off.
Yeah, yeah. Because the thing about it is, it allowed me to really um, have a good work ethic, and I tend to, what I do notice is I tend to be kind of somewhat protective of my
Hmm.
circle. I'm very protective,
Okay.
and I think
Hmm.
that kind of came through me being surrounded by women, being the guy. So I had to
Oh,
hit the eye and swell up. So you
yeah.
know,
Making sure ain't
anything.
nobody messing with over here.
No, no. Even though I'm the youngest, I still I still got to be the protector. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, that was
I see you with a niece. Do you just have the one niece?
actually, I got three nieces and a nephew.
Okay,
Three
okay.
nieces and a nephew, and my niece, my oldest niece, she just started wrestling in high school.
Really?
Yeah, she's a freshman. She's wrestling and stuff. I like that kind of stuff.
I know you do. Now you're a proud uncle.
Oh
That is
yeah, oh
cool.
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh
She an
wow.
athlete. I mean, I most
Yeah.
definitely you want your nieces and nephews and all
Yes.
them to grow up be athletes and stuff like what. They're smart too. I'm not just gonna
Yeah.
say
Oh,
that.
absolutely. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
very, very smart kids. But yeah,
Okay. Okay. So
yeah.
y'all a pretty close knit family?
Somewhat, somewhat.
Somewhat.
I
Okay.
mean, I think
Okay.
our work schedules and our life,
Oh
tend to
yeah.
keep us busy,
But
but
holidays and
normally,
stuff like that, you guys are together.
yeah. Normally what I
Okay.
try to do is I go by on Sundays and hang out or whatever early.
Okay. Okay.
And just kind of, kick it.
Do some family time.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, mess around and sometimes do a project or two with the nieces and nephews, whatever.
okay. What do you do? What do you do for a
I
living?
am a owner operator. I own and operate my own 18 wheeler.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I never knew what you did, Jay.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I own and operate. I just drive local.
That's what I was gonna ask.
I used to. It's funny. I was initially when I came out of school, I was going to school for engineering and got my associate's degree in engineering. And I found that the corporate world wasn't for me. Um, I mean, the work wasn't hard. You know, I still enjoy science. I'm still, you know, a low key nerd, but I just I couldn't
It
do
will.
the
Yeah.
corporate
Yeah.
thing. I just couldn't do
Right.
it. So I ended up getting into transportation, and I like working for myself. So eventually I bought
Yeah.
my own, and been working for myself, you know,
Okay.
um, for about, I don't know, 10, 15 years, something like that.
Okay. I learned something already. We only 5 questions in. I learned something. Okay. I learned
I'm an
something.
open book. I'm an open book. You
There
ask.
you go. So I know you played football in school, and
Hmm.
I also know you were boxing at a young age as well.
Hmm.
I see you getting back into it. So how old were you when you started the boxing thing, and how did that even come about with
Well,
boxing?
actually, the boxing started after high school. Initially, my first sport was martial arts. I was in a taekwondo.
Oh,
And
okay.
I fought my first tournament when I was in like middle school, like eighth grade, something like that.
Uh-huh.
And but football kind of pulled me away from it because my freshman year at Eisenhower, it's like, okay, you need to make up your mind what you gonna do.
What you gonna do?
You know, my
Yeah,
coach is
yeah.
like, what you gonna do? And I chose football, you know, and
Okay, okay.
I did that, you know, for 4 years, and then after I graduated, my god brother was boxing, you know, and you know he's a year older than me, but I was always that
Mhm.
little kid, just kind of following him around, you
Yeah,
know, and so everything he did, you know, he played
you
football
kind of
at Booker
did.
T, you know, and of course I played football at Eisenhower, or whatever. He was a little ahead of me, and he
Mhm.
was fighting, he was boxing, so um, you know, I decided, well, I'm a train. I just want to work out.
Uh-huh.
If you're
That's
a
not
competitive person, you don't just do nothing.
exactly.
Um, I call myself just going in the boxing gym to work out. Next thing you know, well, I spar a little bit, and
Yeah.
that's it. Next thing you know, I'm fighting.
You were in. You was in.
It
So
is.
did
It's
you?
like
So you did some boxing matches and stuff.
a little bit. Most of what I did was fight prep. I did Golden Gloves. I
Hmm.
fought Golden Gloves. I did. I didn't want to pursue it as a career
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
because boxing, you know, it takes a lot. It takes a serious commitment, and I really wasn't willing to go down that road.
Gotcha.
I had
Gotcha.
a couple
But you
of.
could have if you had made
I
that
could
decision.
have, yeah. I've had a
Hmm.
couple. I had a couple of trainers that asked me to. They wanted to train me to go pro, and I just didn't. Uh,
Okay.
I didn't have that kind of passion for it. And I think when
Yeah.
you go down that road, you have to have a serious passion for it. I
Yeah. To
enjoy
get
the
banged up
sport.
like that, you definitely got to
Right.
have a passion for.
Right. I enjoy the sport. I enjoy the strategy behind it. I enjoy that
Mhm.
part of it. But I wasn't just like in love. Oh, I'm just in love with boxing. I just got to do it.
Right.
You know, I just enjoy it. I do
Okay.
enjoy it. I still work out and train a little bit, you know, not as much as I used to, but
You
um
met George Foreman. Did I see a picture of you before with George? So you just met George
yeah,
Foreman. Okay.
I actually fought on his Golden Glove team.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool
when I
beans.
was fighting, I was on his Golden Glove team. I got a chance to meet a lot of them, some, you know, some of his George
Okay.
sons, George.
Yeah. My uncle used to be a boxing promoter
Oh yeah.
of sorts.
I saw
Hmm.
Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. They did the, you know, I don't know if you saw the little
Oh
uh,
no, no, he got a new one coming. Mike
I
Tyson's
think
about to fight.
Evander. He's gonna fight Evander Holyfield, right?
Yes. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's don't you, the thing
When they
about it
get
is, I
older
think,
is what I'm scared of.
yeah. Well, see, the thing about it is, you're not gonna see, you know, a lot of people looking for the old Mike Tyson. He done, he gone. You know, when you go and you watch this upcoming fight, it's nostalgic,
Yeah. Yeah.
but don't look for, you know,
You're gonna be disappointed if you're looking for.
yeah. I mean, he don't get me wrong, he moved good for his age. He throw
Uh-huh.
good for
Uh-huh.
his age. Matter of fact, in the Roy Jones fight, to be honest, he let Roy Jones make it because if he wanted to, he could have ended
He
that
could have got
real
it.
quick. But yeah, he let
Really?
him make it. But no, it's nostalgic, and I
Yeah.
watch it, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I'm realistic. You know,
Hmm.
I'm not looking
Okay.
for. I'm not looking for him to be the old Mike Tyson and people, get all up and get all huffy about it. Oh well, they getting old. They go, yeah, yeah, right.
They're not moving like they used to.
Yeah, they're not. You know what I mean? So you don't look for that.
Yeah.
So
it's not cool. Like dancers, the way we stay young. Dancing keep us young.
Right. You know what I mean? But check this out. I'm not looking when I turn 60, 70 years old, and they say, well, Jay doing a showcase. Don't look for those, Jay. Don't look for that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to be real with yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Yeah. I'm telling you personally.
Letting us know today.
Yeah, letting y'all know today. If you're looking for this Jay, he ain't gonna be there. He ain't gonna be there. He probably gonna be.
So y'all remember it was said on Chat with Trina. Said Jay Owens said when he turns 70, don't expect him to be sliding around on that floor like that.
Nah, I'm gonna be backstage, with some ibuprofen, popping them bad boys like peanuts.
Like I was last week. I had to. My trainer told me don't put no Bengay on. I went right in here and went and bought me some Bengay. I was like, I gotta have some Bengay.
Hey, to this day, Tiger Bomb. When I'm hitting that iron, you know how you take them little videos in the gym, and you hitting that iron and you looking good and stuff. Man, I tell you, I Tiger Bomb down before I do all that. Don't get.
So you mean?
Don't get it twisted. I don't lie to myself. A lot of people, they lie to themselves. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna put that salve on.
Well, thank you for making me feel better. Because I snuck and bought me. So he's like, you don't need no Advil. Boy, yes, I do. When did you discover the world of, I'm gonna say dancing, but I have down here two-step dance, but let's just say dancing in general.
07, 08, I think 08.
Mm-hmm.
Did
you see somebody dancing or something, or?
Yeah. I mean, when you go out, you see it.
Mm-hmm.
And that. And it was like one of them things, well, I want to learn that. So, I found out about Lee and Fancy's class, and I showed up. I think I saw you there.
That's where I first saw you at before too.
Yeah, Lee and Fancy's class. So I started and just went from there. I didn't realize that I was going to take to it like that, because you understand my background has always been sports.
Right. That's why it's so interesting to me,
right.
Knowing your background and looking at and stalking your Facebook page. I do that when I'm going to look at somebody.
Right.
I'm like, wow, how did he go from this to this?
Right. Well, I when I started doing it, I started finding out a few things about my family that I didn't know. I had no idea. I knew my dad. He was a drum major and all that stuff. He had a music scholarship to Southern and stuff like that.
Wow.
And my mom told me, he was a good dancer. My uncle was actually a dance instructor, which I had no clue.
That's crazy.
And my mom, of course, she danced in high school.
Yeah.
So all that stuff. So I mean, I had, so she was just telling me about all that stuff, and I'm like, okay. I didn't know, because I mean, I didn't realize I had a propensity for it. Because when I first started, Fancy used to, when I first started, she used to ask me, she asked me if I danced before. And I'm like, well, I used to pop lock, dance in the club, stuff like that. Right. But she was like, no, have you done two-step before? I'm like, no, this is my first class. And she would not believe. She was just like, no.
Really?
No,
wow.
you are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm sure. I mean, I think I was there when I was
would know.
You know what I'm saying?
I would tell the truth.
Right, and I said, well, I did some Zydeco, because my first dance was Zydeco. So I was like, I did do Zydeco, maybe that helped. I don't know. But yeah, so I mean, I just picked it up. Okay.
Why did you choose two-step over Dallas or DFW? Because at that time, that's when it was just popping. It was just getting real popular. What made you choose Houston two-step?
I'm a homer. I love everything Houston.
Okay.
I'm just a homer. Just that simple.
So that's why I can like the Houston Texans and I can like the
why not?
The Rockets.
Why not?
Because my sister said I can't. And I'm just joking.
Yeah. I mean, I've never understood that. I'm loyal. I believe in being loyal. This is mine. This is who I mean, I'm from
Right.
Houston. How in the world? I'm from Houston, born and raised Houston, live in Houston, plan to die in Houston, but I'm cheering for
Somebody else.
somebody. Man, come on, man.
That's what I say. I'm here in Houston and
Come
I
on,
love
man.
Houston. I love my city. So
Yeah.
I'm in it.
I went to Henry after Lee and Fancy. I
Oh,
went to
okay. I didn't
Henry.
know that.
Matter of fact, um, yeah, I met Henry at Lee and Fancy. I
Okay.
started going to Henry, and I was with him for a little while, and then I met 2+2 in
Mm-hmm.
Henry's class,
Mm-hmm.
and two plus two kind of took me under his wing, me and Barbara, because he was like, "Man, y'all gonna be good." He said, "Y'all gonna be
Mm-hmm.
good,"
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
he actually told me he talked to Barbara and I, because at the time we was friends, because Barbara and I went to high school together,
Right.
and he said, "You probably ought to partner with her,
Mm-hmm.
because you're gonna be good, she gonna be good, and it's like if y'all start dancing together now, y'all can kind of grow."
Right.
Y'all can kind of grow together. So we just kind of that's actually how me and Barbara partnered up, was 2+2.
Okay.
And he
Oh.
started teaching us, different movements and things of that nature. And he actually encouraged us to get in our first competition. It was a beginners competition. You remember Leroy and them used to have beginners competitions back in the day at
Mm-mm.
Reminisce?
I don't remember that. I never
Okay.
went to Reminisce hardly though, so probably
Okay.
how I missed it. Okay.
Well, 2+2 told me about it. And Leroy and him was doing the beginners competitions over there. So he was like, "I want you and Barbara to get in that competition." I'm like, okay. I called Barbara. She was like, "Yeah, let's do it." I was like, "Okay, let's do it." So that's
Oh,
kind of like how we kind of got into the competition thing. Like I said, 2+2 kind of,
okay. Okay. Wow.
kind of took us and kind of pushed us out there. And then
Mm-hmm.
he told me about Red. He said, "I want you to start taking some classes with Red,
Mm-hmm.
because Red's gonna teach you some style. He's gonna teach you some
Gotcha.
skill." And he told me, to um, get with Johnny B on some, some, because Johnny B good with the spins and stuff like
Spins.
that. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times, like when you was teaching Ken Barber and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like,
Mm-hmm.
Johnny
Mm-hmm.
B work with us. So
Right.
I'm a true product of the dance community,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I've had the dance community poured into me.
Yeah.
Lee and Fan,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
Henry, 2+2,
Yeah.
Red,
Yeah.
Johnny B, Coach Cheese. Matter of fact,
Mm-hmm.
Yang Waters over at Tony's, he used to stand on the side and watch me dance. And he sit up there like a coach, telling me, "Move your feet, move them feet." And I'm
Oh,
so I mean,
wow.
it's like I was really passionate about it, and
Mhm.
they saw that I was passionate about it. So it's like they would just pour into me.
Wow.
I'm
Well,
like,
that's good. I keep hearing people say Coach Cheese. I didn't know Coach Cheese ever taught.
well, see, and this is the thing about it. Some of the people that helped me didn't have classes.
Mm,
They would just show me
okay.
now.
Right
Coach
there.
did
Okay.
have a class on Wayside. He did have a class out
Okay.
there for a while, but
Okay. Okay.
a lot of people that poured into me didn't necessarily have classes.
Just people on the sidelines, kind of.
Yeah, they see this new cat in here, and he putting it down, and
Hmm.
out here
Hmm.
dancing every day. He was going dancing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
come here, let me show you something. Come here, let me
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
mind, because I hear a lot of people like, "Oh, don't teach me on the dance floor." I could care.
Hmm. Hmm.
Johnny
Yeah.
B would
Yeah.
stop me on the dance floor at Red Rooster and be like, "Get that elbow up. Let me show you right down there." And you know what I did?
Right.
I,
Yeah.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not concerned about these people around me, because I'm trying to get,
Right. Right.
you
Right.
know what
Trying
I
to
mean?
get yours in.
All they want, So now
Yeah.
when I get on stage, they look.
Do you think do you tell your students that too? Not necessarily on the dance floor, but do you tell them that to listen though sometimes with these the older, I don't want to say older, the seasoned dancers, that
It,
it's good to hear them sometimes?
it depends on who they are.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
as well as I know, some of them that's trying to teach don't need to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you have those that know what they're doing.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
one of the things that I do to combat that is to make sure that my female students know exactly what they're doing on the floor. They know where they're supposed to be. They know, you know what I mean? I'm very meticulous when it comes to that. So that when they do get out there dance with somebody, they know what they're doing, because and they know, they know, okay, he kind of know what he's doing. He don't know what he, you know what I mean? They can feel that out and they can decipher. Sometimes I go send them over there, be like, hey, Reed, I got a couple of students over there, man. I want you to go dance with, or I go get another instructor or whatever, or some more seasoned dancers, and be like, hey, go check my students out, man. Go work them.
Yeah. That's why when I went to Dallas for the first time, just me and Rock went. I'll never forget all these. I thought I was cute or something, because all these men was coming to ask me to dance. I was like, oh, I must be looking really good. No, he was sending them over there to dance with me.
Yeah. And you want to do it.
So yeah.
Because a lot of times when they're new, they scared, or they're nervous, and they don't really want to say anything, or and even though in class I'm telling them, hey, it's a social environment. It's okay to ask for a date. You paid your money at the door, get your dance. Make sure it's your responsibility. It's not, I know it's chivalrous or whatever, but as a male, we completely outnumbered, and I can dance with 50 of the 100 women that's in there, and 50 of them gonna walk away looking at me cross. You know what I mean?
Because they didn't get a dance?
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times they don't think, oh, it's a lot of women out here, and he's sweating his clothes out. Trying to because all they thinking about is, I want my dance. I don't care about the rest of these 100 women that you're trying to dance with. I want mine. And I tell my guys, just be okay with them being mad at you.
But do you try to dance with not the same people all the time? Do you ever try to make sure that you get some of those that
I do
either may not get dances? Okay, is that so? I always want, because one of the questions I was going to ask, I asked Dominique Martin the same question, is that you have a lot of the women who are seasoned women who do pay money to go to classes, right? And they go places all the time and they don't get a dance, and so they back out of dance. So do you think, as a dance instructor, one, are you obligated to dance with your students?
See, that's a tricky word.
I know.
Because obligated means I have to. Nobody has to. You see what I'm saying? I choose to. I think that it helps them. But I know me personally, I have an issue with obligation. You're supposed to. And I had students that was sitting back off in the back.
Yeah.
Well, they charging me up on in class. I'm like, well, you didn't dance with me, and my friend was asking me why you didn't dance with me, and da 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 da. And I was like, where were you at? Well, I was sitting back there on the da da da. And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. What was I doing? Well, somebody was grabbing you. Oh, okay. Did you grab me? No. I mean, I'm expecting you. I said, you and every woman up in here that want to dance expecting me to do that. And then you get upset with the young lady that's like Ursula, real good for it. Like, hey, come on. You know what I mean? One thing about Ursula, she don't have no shortage of dances.
Yeah.
Because she don't mind saying, hey, come on. But then you got some ladies that's sitting on it behind, mad because you didn't come get them. Maybe I missed you. I'm sorry. Because
and I hear you say that, and I agree to a certain extent. The only thing I will say, I've been somewhere, and I believe it or not, as long, and I come from the era of asking, having to learn to ask me to dance. I've had them tell me no.
Really?
And yeah, absolutely. You would not believe. I actually got online one day to say I was really down, because dancing makes me happy. Right. So I was really down one day and went somewhere and went out to a dance thing and asked someone to dance. And not only did he just say no, he was very rude when he said no. And it was like, hold up here. And so all I'm saying to you is that some women, once that, not for me now, I'm still gonna ask people, but for me, some women that will say, that's it. I'm not asking nobody else because that's embarrassing, or whatever.
Right. And I understand that. And that's one of the things that I really encourage, my guys, make sure you get up and dance with them ladies. Go ask them to dance, especially my new guys that's sitting there. A lot of times they're trying to be cool. They got their little fly outfit on. It's like, bro, I need you to go and work some of these ladies.
Especially if they're at the Red Rooster.
Huh?
Right. Especially if they're at the Red Rooster.
Right. It's like, I mean, I'm moving around, and then you get some of them guys that, they may get a little notoriety and start kind of like smelling themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's kind of whack because
Yeah.
you really have an opportunity to make a positive impression on somebody. I was talking to one of my guys years ago. He was, um, you know, um, coming up in the ranks, I should say. I'll say. And one of the things I told him is, I said, the thing about it is, you start to develop a little local dance celebrity, and people get excited about dancing with certain people, especially people that they see at a certain level. And I said, the thing about it is, you want to make sure you use that, in a positive way, because that person that's not getting a dance, that might be the only dance they get, but look, they got a chance to dance with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might be like you got somebody sitting there and they hadn't had a dance all day, but hey, I got a chance to dance with Dominique.
Yeah.
I got a chance to dance with Walt. I got a chance to dance with John. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm like, once that position that you're in a position to uplift somebody and brighten somebody's whole day just by giving them one dance, because they might not necessarily be the best.
It'll brighten their day. And also, just like we mentioned earlier, when I was telling you I crossed that football field, it also gives them that thing to, like, they accomplish that dance. Because sometimes if it's someone you've been looking at from afar, you're like, oh, I wish I could do that. And then you go and you actually complete the dance. That will make somebody, the confidence that it will give somebody. So
and encouraging them, because a lot of times when I'm dancing, one of the first things people, oh, I can't do all that. I can't do all that. I don't need you to. All I need you to do is do what I can't do, and I try to, I tell them, I'm like, a great dancer can dance at any level. If a guy can only dance at one level, he probably ain't all that great. You know what I mean? So when that right song come on, okay, listen, I'm gonna dance with y'all all night. Give me this, okay? Just give me this. I don't ask for much. I'm gonna make sure I'm
this song
and make sure everybody dancing and all that good stuff, and I'm gonna come get you, whatever. But just give me this. Can I have a song?
Give me this one.
Can I enjoy myself a little bit?
Just that. That's all I'm asking.
That's all I'm asking.
Just a song.
But then after we get that work in, you see us over there clowning sometime. After we get that work in, okay, back to the move, work that
at the El Dorado ballroom. How things are set up. That is exactly true. There are some people way in the back. You have a table. I don't know if that's the Flo-Motion table or not. If that's how that works. Have you ever thought about maybe, I don't know, moving your table in the middle one time, or being different places sometimes, so that people won't feel, they'll feel like they can come dance with those people at your table, because all of the people at your table are usually the good dancers. They're Flo Motion's, finest or whatever. So sometimes they may feel that that's the table of the elite. So they don't feel as comfortable coming over to that table. They may be intimidated about coming to that table to ask people to dance.
I don't know why they feel like it's a table of elite, because I got a lot of my beginners, because a lot of my beginners are sitting back there. I got a lot of beginners, and like I said, a lot of times I'm sending, I'm sending guys over there to dance with them because they scared to dance. Now, I'm cool with a lot of them guys. So certain people might be at the table, Johnny B or Red, or some of them cats might be over there. But
but let's just say it's somebody from another class that don't know that that's a beginner or anything, but they see that table as, they see Jay and they see, these people. So in their minds, you got to think about how they feel. Oh my God, I'm a little intimidated to go over to the whole table and ask while they're all there. You know what I mean?
They do, though. That's the thing about it. They do. A lot of people can't even dance by my table because there's so many Negroes standing there, back and forth, coming to get people, to where I got to move a little further down to dance, because they congregate right there. And it's a little frustrating. It's like, grab one of them. Don't just congregate right there. You
mean like right there at the table, like this? Yeah. You talking about like right there at that corner of your table?
Just standing there.
Yeah.
And move. You know what I mean? Because you can't. I can't dance by my table. I got to go somewhere else and dance.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of times I'm moving around anyway. I'm working the room. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So or sending somebody over there to get some of my students, and I did this one time, and I, you know, I
Oh God.
I'll probably get some nasty messages on your chat. But look, this young lady kept saying this to me, and I just stopped. I just stopped dancing. I say, look around. Point somebody out that's looking at you. Show me somebody that's looking at you. You know, I'm like, can we dance, please? Can we just go look? Chill out and have fun. Do what you came out here to do. Do what you paid your
Yeah.
money at the door to do, and it's to dance and have fun. And now
Okay.
one of these people paid for you. Come on, just dance. You
You
know?
decided to perfect your craft, though. You did what some people don't do. You decided to go to is it Arthur's Murray?
I've gone to a lot. I used to
Okay.
I've done privates with a lot of this cat named Williams. He's out of the West.
Okay.
I went to Arthur Murray's. I went
Mm-hmm.
to I've taken all kind of workshops,
Okay.
um, just researching and studying and things of that nature, because I wanted to. One of the things in sports that you're taught a lot is technique,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't taught a lot of technique. I was taught, you
Mm-hmm.
know, moves and stuff like that, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
technique. So I just kind of went on a journey to learn about dance, and you know, dance technique, and
Yeah.
you know, dance struck. I mean, just really,
Gotcha.
you know, submerge myself into dance and what dance is and what, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. And
You want to go deeper than what
right,
just been on the surface and yeah.
right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And really understand, you know, how your body functions, body mechanics, movement,
Mm-hmm.
music, you know, being creative, executing movements,
Mm-hmm.
you know, learning proper lead, because I used to think
Mm-hmm.
lead was like old school. You just pull them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I learned. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I had to go and I had to learn better, you know, and
Yeah.
learn,
Yeah.
you know, lead, follow. We don't use the word pull in my class.
Right. Right.
Lead,
Right.
you know,
Right.
use pressures.
Okay.
You know, just really learning the technical aspect of dance and incorporating it into two-step. Now, when I first started doing that, I had a lot of people like, "Oh, you changing two-step?" No, no. You can
Mm-hmm.
dance with any one of my students, and they're gonna dance just like, you know. The only thing
Mm-hmm.
about it is when you move them, you don't have to drag them. They
Mm.
understand how to keep their center over their base and travel. You know what I mean? They
Why did
understand.
they think you were changing it? Was it because you put a number to it? You changed the
Well,
numbers?
that because the thing about it is I had to adjust. You have to adjust to where people are.
Mm-hmm.
You can't teach the way you learn just because that's the way you learned it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You have to grow, you have to evolve, you have to adjust. Even myself, I don't
Mm-hmm.
teach everybody the same,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because we people learn differently.
Yeah.
So I understand that, you know, in you know, nowadays we are um, a educated society. Most people, they need explanation. They need it broken down. They need it explained.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Back in
Mm-hmm.
the day, you can just grab their hand and drag them through.
Right.
Matter
Right.
of fact, on that interview I did with Lee Perry, he touched on that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
how back in the day, they just grab them and they move them around.
Right.
But when him and Fancy started class, he had to start verbalizing movements, you
Right.
know, and, you know, I just kind of continued on with that, putting together a curriculum and things of that nature in order to
Right.
develop a structure that you can learn and really develop a solid foundation, because all of the
Mm-hmm.
fancy stuff, that's really the easy stuff, but
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
developing and understanding that foundation and understanding the
Mm-hmm.
movements and how it works, and the
Mm-hmm.
mechanics of it. And once you understand and you learn the mechanics of it, the creativity part is easy, because then it's like I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, as long as you know go back to your foundation. Exactly.
Exactly. See,
Just like playing a piano or anything, any instrument or anything, you have your basic keys, and as long as you can go back to those basic keys. Yeah.
Exactly.
Two-step was your first love, but you do some other dances.
I do.
What are those?
VFW, two-step, Zydeco. That was my
You
first.
did some salsa, didn't you?
Yeah, salsa, salsa Eddie. Eddie taught me salsa and bachata. My boy over there at Kizomba Harmony, Billy, and his wife. I picked up a little Kizomba.
Okay.
Yeah, a little something. You want to do a little. Barbara and I founded Flo Motion, and Teddy. Teddy was our ride or die. I'm telling
When she believe in something, she believe in it. I must say.
Yeah. Teddy. Matter of fact, Teddy was the one gave me the name Beast.
Really?
Yeah, it came from Teddy. Flo Motion, the name Flo Motion came from Red, because Red mentored me probably for about a good year and a half, just really pouring into me about performance and how to perform and putting together, and really, how to get the audience to respond to certain things, and just the whole breakdown. Red, really poured a lot into me, and taught me a lot. And he used to always tell me that two-step is a flow. He said two-step is a flow dance. It flows. It's you want to flow when you dance. You want to constantly have that movement. And he used to always tell me, you got to move. If she moving, you moving. A lot of these guys, he's telling me, a lot of these guys just standing there and working her. He was like, that's not dancing. She dancing, you standing there. He said, dancing is she moving and you move. So Red got me to, just really, and I already like to move. So, he really encouraged that in me. So, but he used to always say it's a flow dance. And so when I was thinking of a name for the organization, because Eugene asked us to come and teach out in Baton Rouge, I was thinking of a name, and Flo Motion came to me.
Flow in motion. Flow in motion.
Like I said, Red used to always say it's a flow.
How do you feel when you hear people like Carell say, seeing you out there on the floor made him say, oh my God, I could do that. I want to do that. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. Because I like something. I like helping people. I like helping people. It does something for me. Like, I volunteered for a substance abuse program, and just I think I probably got more out of it than they did. Watching their confidence grow, watching them get excited and stuff like that. I love that. I love that. That's why, I hate the pandemic happened, because we was just starting to build our youth program. I love, so when someone says that, they were inspired, or they was encouraged or something like that, that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me, because that's what I want to do. A lot of times, I know I had a reputation for being tough.
That's one of my questions.
Yeah, I did, and I still do. I still am, but I learned how to properly direct it, because I have this passion, and it's like, my background being sports is, when a coach have passion, he get in you. You know what I mean? And
we just was talking about that.
Right. And I had to learn that people don't receive that the same. I can receive that because I'm an athlete. I understand why you're getting at me. So when you dig with me, you da 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 da.
Yeah.
I'm good. I ain't worried about it. I got you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go hard because I know why you're doing that.
Yeah.
Most of the people in the dance community are people that go to work, they come home, they take care of the kids.
They were a cheerleader. No, I'm just joking.
Right. Well, they're not used to that, or they don't.
Yeah.
But because I had just come out of that, that's where I was mentally.
Right.
So I'm pushing everybody hard. And pushing everybody hard. Even
Yeah. Yeah.
little old lady that want to just social dance. I'm pushing it
Mm-hmm.
too.
Then you had to learn to adjust because
Yeah, everybody
them
get
little ladies will curse you out, Jay.
right. Everybody getting it, and it's like, like it's funny now. Some of my former students, they like, you wasn't that cool when we was in your class. Because
Yeah.
like now
Yeah.
I had to, because I'm one of those type people that I believe in constant growth.
Yeah.
And what you knew of me 5 years ago may not necessarily be me now,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because I believe in constant growth. So, if you holding on to something old, you just old, because I'm past
Yeah.
that.
I'm moving
Um,
on. Mm-hmm.
right. So, I'm able to talk about how I was then in comparison to now, because I had to grow and
Mm-hmm.
learn and be like, okay, well, everybody is not a competitor.
Yeah.
Everybody
And you
does
had to
not have
listen.
competitors mentality. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have that. And because I was so used to being around that, I had to pull myself out of that
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and start dealing with people, um, where they are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not to say that I just have no standards. No, we still have
Yeah.
standards, but I'm
Uh-huh.
just not trying to push you to be a elite athlete.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I just want
Exactly.
you to be able to perform on the dance floor and be able to enjoy yourself, but yet have somebody else enjoy themselves dancing with you.
Exactly. Exactly.
And but for my competitive dancers, yeah.
Oh, you guys are a nonprofit,
Mhm.
501c,
501c.
and I see y'all doing a lot of cool things. What are some of the events or activities that you've done? You've done a lot with the kids with the Santa. I think I see the Santa
We
pictures.
did the Santa, the Black Santa Claus, on for Christmas or whatever, as a fundraiser. We try to do, one of the things that we've been trying to do is bring more exposure to the dance community.
Mm-hmm.
We work with different nonprofits, um, the Urban League, of course, Shape, and Project Row Houses,
Mm.
um, Susan G. Coleman, just a lot of different organizations. And actually, we had just made contact with someone with the Heart Association that wanted us to come and do some stuff. But really moving out of just the dance community,
Right.
exposing more, because you talk about bringing more people into the dance community. Well, you have to get
Mm-hmm.
out of it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's
Mm-hmm.
not to say you don't love it or anything, but if you want to
Mm-hmm.
expose people, you have to go where the people are.
Yeah.
And if you want, I want to make sure that what we do is respected. So, the way we do what we do, we try to do things in a professional manner. We try
Mm-hmm.
to work with organizations that, community that are providing for the community,
Mm-hmm.
but we're able to still get exposure and introduce more people to what we do.
Right.
Does that makes
Okay.
sense?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
so,
It's about building, but it's also maintaining these relationships. So
mhm,
when people come into this dance community, whether it's your class, whoever class,
mhm,
that strategy got to be how to keep them there too.
mhm.
So they can also
I
go out
agree.
and tell someone else versus them leaving because things are, I'm gonna just say messy, or it's weird or whatever. And they're there to have a good time. They're there to learn, but they're there to
Mhm.
have a good time. And then when stuff start happening, if we don't
I agree.
that's gonna end that cut that up. And those school teachers were so excited.
Mhm.
But by the time I wasn't even teaching them, but I knew a lot of them. And they came to me and said, "Woo, after this graduation over, I'm done." And I was like, "Well, what happened?" And some of the things that, and we all know the things happen, but it was like they didn't have time for that. So all I'm saying is I think that's in addition to some of growing, because we can pull 1 million people in. We got to
Mhm.
figure out what's
Mhm.
happening, where this rotten apple is, and I'm
Mhm.
just using that as a term because
Mhm.
it's not just one.
Mhm.
Rotten apple is to keep these people, because yes, if we keep them, then they're going to tell other people, you got to come over here. That's how I got brought into the dance community. Brenda said, "Hey,
Right.
you got to come to this." I brought
Right.
people. I said, "Hey, Jennifer, Reg, Ron, y'all got to come to this."
Mhm.
Barry, so that's something that I
Mhm.
don't always hear.
Right.
Because I feel like, go ahead.
I agree with you, and I've seen a lot of people leave the dance community because of that, because of drama. And I've tried to, as an instructor, you know, you have to tread carefully.
Oh yeah.
And you know, because one thing you can't do is go up to somebody and tell them how to run their operation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're probably gonna get told pretty quick. And
Mm-hmm.
so one of the things that I did was when I decided, you know, I wanted to do second Saturday, and I had a lot of people telling me, "Oh, people don't nobody work together. The dance community, they don't, you know, collaborate and stuff like that." So my mentality is, I'm one of them type people. You tell me something can't happen, okay, let's see. You know, watch me work. So
Yeah.
you know, I hit Ken up, I hit Henry up, and I'm like, you know, we start planning and putting together on this second Saturday thing, got a venue and all that, and then we popped it off. And it was, I wanted people to see us working together, different or two-step organizations working together. So all of that foolishness they was talking, you know what I mean? Oh, it don't happen, they don't do that. Well, we've been doing it for years. You know, so no, don't say that can't be done. It can be done. You have to put your ego to the side and do it. So that's one of the examples that we wanted to set. You know what I mean? Another thing is in my class, so I know some people probably look at it like, "Oh, I don't want to get involved with nobody personal business." I get involved with any business that's in my class.
Okay.
So if it's somebody causing drama, causing mess, something like that, you probably gonna get stepped to. You know, your culture starts from leadership, and that's something that's permeated throughout, you know, my organization. So it's like, you know, I've had people say, "Hey, look, you need to go talk to such and such because they got this thing going on there," and we'll check that. You know, I have I hadn't sent it out. I have a email that I sent out to my people on problem resolution. You know what I mean? This is how we handle problems. You know, we ask that you talk and work things out between yourselves. If you can't, feel free to come and talk to somebody in leadership. We'll get involved. We'll rectify the problem, or somebody got to do it.
Yeah.
But one thing that I purposely do,
that's just so much for the dance. Like, really, y'all, we just here to dance. We all grown. Like,
easy to say. Check this out. That's easy to say. That's easy to say. But the thing about it is, it exists.
Oh, absolutely.
So
absolutely,
because it exists, you have to take real
come up with a plan.
You know, to make sure. So I get people that come to my class. They're like, "Man, it's just so cool. It's so chill." And
Okay. So it's working for your class. So that's cool to know, though.
Now, when they go outside,
you don't have nothing to do with that.
You know, I'm not responsible because I can't tell somebody what to do. I can't tell them.
I see what you're saying.
This
is how we running this up in here.
Right, exactly. And all I can do is be an example and hopefully be an influence, but I can't make anybody do what I do.
Right. Absolutely.
You know
absolutely.
Again, so you know, you know, again, and a lot of the things that I have in place, I have them in place because of my experience. In the dance community. I experienced drama. You know, I experienced instructors beefing. You know what I mean? I've experienced, you know, what you doing over there? Why you going over here? Why you know, one thing I never do is I don't ask my students whether after you leave out the doors, you go whatever the heck you want.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that I said when I started my organization. I'm not going to do it because I had it done to me. I didn't like it.
Right.
I didn't like it.
Because you spend your money where you want to spend your money.
Exactly. And matter of fact, now I ain't gonna tell you who. I had a conversation with somebody about that, and he didn't take it too well. You know, and
and they don't know that students will leave you. They may not tell you when you're doing it, but there's two things. One, you go into somebody else's class convincing. I get it saying you have, but that's on the outside. I think it's so disrespectful to go where somebody's having their, I don't know, their let me see how they're home. Let's just say this is my home and we're having class and you come in there to be in the class and then you whispering to go come to my class, whatever.
Right, right.
There's another way to do that. Because again, you can go to 20 classes. That's the more you learn, the better you're gonna get. But don't do that. And my problem with that is sometimes it'll turn a student off. You know, because you best believe if a student is loyal to 2 or 3 teachers. Because the guy, he came in here, he asked me to come. I'm in your class and he's asking me to come, or let me just make that change that. They are coming in here asking me to do that. Not that there's anything wrong with someone coming to the class, it's just the way you do it. You shouldn't,
Right.
and that's just, yeah, I think that's so disrespectful. And it will run a student off.
I think it is. And it's one of those things where it's one of those areas that I choose not to focus on.
Yeah.
I really choose not to focus on, because, and the reason I choose not to focus on is because, number one, it goes back to what the commitment that I made when I first started my organization. I'm not going to worry about where people go.
Right, right.
So if someone chooses to go somewhere else, you know what I mean? That's my attitude. I don't have time to worry about that. What I have, you know, students to teach. I have, you know, I have all this other stuff going on.
Yeah.
To where that's one of the things where it's like, okay.
That's one of the things to take off the plate. And that when I talk about going back to the model, now it wasn't a 2-step model, it was a dance model that Houston Bio City did.
Right.
That was something that was so encouraged. Like, go, please go. Brenda, when I started dancing with other people, Brenda was so excited for me. Like, she was so excited to say, oh my God, look where you come from there. Because everybody don't want to teach everything, or everybody can't. And they would say, even Jennifer and Ray would say, hey, we brought you this far. It's time for you to spread your wings and go. Now, some people, you know, they don't want to ever leave you. And that's one thing. But for people that do want to learn other stuff, let them fly the coop. They ain't gonna go too far. We're not no huge dance community. So hell, where they going? You gonna see them again? Like, so, but that was a model that I really did like, them saying, hey, go here, go here, go here. And I appreciated that about my journey.
Yeah, Henry and I was having that conversation the other day, and you know, we all have students in each other's classes. I got students that go to Kent, I got students that go to Henry, I got students that go to, and I try to make it, because unlike what I felt when I went to other instructors, you know, I felt pressure. But when my students tell me, like I had a student was asking me about a movement that he learned over in Henry class, you know, and he was like, well, I was at Henry class and he showed me that, you know, is this right? You know, I'm like, yeah, it's right. You're doing it right. You know, it's a variation of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was able to explain to him what it was, you know, it's like, it's not wrong. It's just different. It's a variation. So yeah, it's right. It's nothing wrong. You know what I mean? But explaining.
And that what just, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but that kind of thing, what you just said right there, now that's something that needs to be more of. That will bring people together. It will show that my cruises. So there's another travel agent, right? So we've had people to call that travel agent and talk about us. Oh, I don't like the way they do stuff. Not knowing we friends. So that travel agent gonna call me, and because of my personality, it's like, hey, well, you should have told me that you had an issue with that, so I could have fixed it, because my friend Miss So and So, because I have to do it. I have to let them know that I know. But anyway, may not be the best way to do it. But I'm saying that shows them that there is a connection. There's some loyalty. There's some togetherness, if that makes sense. And it would stop. Not saying it's gonna stop at all. I'm not a dreamer.
Right.
But it would stop some of it. You did that. Somebody else would have said, oh, you know, could have done that and made it a whole different deal. If that makes sense to you.
Back to, but again, it goes back to my personal experience. You know, I've experienced that negativity. So I'm not, you know, that's why I changed the whole culture of what I do at Flo Motion, because I've experienced a lot of that negativity. So my decision is, I'm not going to have that drama here.
Right.
I'm not supposed to do that.
It's not worth it.
I've had students that come to my class and, you know, they want to complain about what some other instructor doing. I'm like, you need to have that conversation with them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? What we do, whatever you did over there is what you did over there. When you up in here, I need you to listen to me and listen to what I say. You know,
some people think that competing takes away from the unity in the dance community. What do you say to that?
It depends on your attitude. What are you doing it for?
Mm-hmm.
Everything depends on your why.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? My Uncle Willie used to, I got an Uncle Willie used to be a hustler. He used to play pool
Mm-hmm.
and turn his life over to God and everything like that. And I remember we was going to shoot pool. And was like, Uncle Willie, why don't you come on and shoot pool with us? He said, I can't do that. He said, because I used to be a hustler. When I turned my life to God, I gave that up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he couldn't shoot pool, not because he couldn't shoot it, because of his why, his reasoning is what
Mm-hmm.
made it wrong for him. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you take that and apply it to dance. If you doing it for the wrong reason, if you're doing it to try to show everybody how great you are, or try to push somebody down, or belittle
Mm-hmm.
somebody, your why is wrong. Does that make
I
sense?
get that. Yeah, absolutely.
Your why is wrong. But when you do
Mm-hmm.
it to, Jerome was talking about this on one of the lives. It's like we
Mm-hmm.
all in one, we all in lost.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
we still do it. Why? Because we just love it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, being on the sideline with other dancers encouraging you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Being on the
Yeah.
sideline, you know what I mean? I'm serious. If you ever like at ISDC, I go back to that because
Mm-hmm.
some of your biggest cheerleaders is your competitors on the side.
Yeah.
That's what make it
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
You know, that's what make. I've done competitions where I wasn't even worried about winning. I'm just clown.
Yeah.
You know, like
Oh, really?
we doing a Jack and Jill sometime. April got mad.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, April. But I was dancing with April. I was just clowning. I wouldn't even try.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fun. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I apologize again, April.
April.
I was acting.
I'll make sure I keep that part, the apology in there when I edit.
Yeah, I was acting silly, and
so what about someone? Let me see, how can I say this? Someone that maybe people may not all like that much. I hate to say it like that, but that's true. And they want to compete, but they feel like they may not get judged fairly. What advice would you give to that person that's having that kind of fear?
Do it anyway.
Or apprehension.
Do it anyway. Because you're not doing it for the judges. KP said something to me that I was really impressed. Him and his partner, they did Deanna. They competed in ISDC one year and they showed out. They cut up. And the rules, as a judge, you know, the rules say it has to be like 70, like 75 or something like that, 70-something% of that dance style. And then you have that little area where you can improv or do other things. And most of their dance was improv. And I was like, you know, because they did a lot of, you know, freestyle dancing and lifts and drops and all that. And it was really exciting.
Yeah.
And I remember I came to KP and I was like, say, look, bro, y'all killed that. I say, y'all killed that. But, you know, them judges might, you know, look at your content. And KP said, I don't care. We just having fun. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. That's what hey, you know what? When he said that, oh, good. Because that's what it's about. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's about having fun. You know, and people, you got some people that won't compete because it's their status and all this old stuff. Man, get out of here. You know, go out there and have fun. If you're not pure, you know what I mean? If your intentions are not pure, you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you do it, and I tell all my students, when you do it for you. Because them judges may not necessarily see it how, you know, somebody up. When you look at a judge's sheet, it's all over the place. You know why? Because people got different opinions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And their opinion that night might not necessarily be for you. You know, I tell people all the time, you know, competition is all about opinion. That's it. It's not.
Unfortunately, same like scholarship. I just want to tell my students, make your story soupy, really sad, because it's subjective.
Right.
sometimes.
Right. And I
Yeah.
think we take it personally. And I learned not to take it personally. That's their opinion. That's how they feel. A lot of the things that I'm doing with Flo Motion right now, and I'm doing, like I said, even with us, me, Kent, and Henry collaborating, I was told that can't happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of things that we're doing right now, I was told can't be done. You know what I'm saying? And of course, me, I got the attitude, you can't tell me nothing because I know it can be done.
Oh yeah.
And unless you're gonna physically stop me, which you ain't, it's gonna get done.
Because he got a whole belt. He got a belt.
Right. So my thing is this: can't nobody physically stop you.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you want to do, whether somebody like it or not. Last I checked, this is your life.
Yeah, and that is true.
When the lights go out, what did you do?
Go to bed?
No, I'm talking about when you die.
What's the most rewarding thing about teaching for you before I go there?
Helping people grow.
Okay.
Really watching them grow, because it's amazing to sit back. I remember when I went to Baton Rouge and they didn't really have a robust community there. And to go now and just look at what they have now and be like, dude, I remember having a conversation with Barbara, like, look at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mind blowing.
That does,
To be like, you did this, and to see it, not only that, but to step away from it and watch it continue to grow.
Yeah. And even you have some awesome students that come out and made their own dance classes and dance events. Iris, Walter.
Right.
Was Jerron in your class? Jerron Clark? Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I think
watch that, it's like it's really gratifying, and it just makes me feel good.
Promoters. So I've been told, and you've said it, that I've heard the statement, you just left the dance community, you just left us hanging dry, right? So I've tried to say it so people can hear it. Not that I owe anybody explanation, but I left because of making sure that my mental health was right. And then I had children graduating and everything. So I had to take care of my family, which is 180% more important than anything in dance.
Right.
And I'll say sidebar because they weren't appreciating it anyway. But but also one night I was outside of Thirst and I was chatting with this dance instructor. And that dance instructor said to me, well, we really don't need promoters anymore. And because we talked about we're not holding on to anything, I decided to bring it up so I can get past that. Do you remember telling me that? See, but that was before you grew.
I don't remember nothing like that.
Yeah. I talk about it all the time. I just never say who it is. I never say who it is. But you said, you know what? I did tell Brigitte. I told Brigitte one time. But I was like, he said they don't need us anymore. That's why they treating us like this. That's why they taking promoters from us. That wasn't true. It was overthinking. But you said that, and I don't know if you really meant it the way you said it, but you said it.
I guess I can't.
But it was a long time ago.
Well, I guess I can't logically think. What was the content of the conversation?
And I think it could have been about, because promoters used to do all those things for y'all. We used to sell the tickets for y'all. We did all that because that was our job. Right. And then that was taken away from us. And the thing about it is, I understand where you didn't need to sell tickets to the students, but like I would always say sometimes to some instructors but you didn't have to do that. You had promoters that did all these things for you, and most of us did it we all did it for free. We did these things for y'all. So to hear that we're not needed, and which it was a hurtful thing. It was very hurtful. But me and you,
it hurt you, Trina.
So I was glad earlier you said, well, if you holding on to that, you gotta let it go. So I thought, my question gonna be good when it come here, just to tell you publicly that was said, but
I apologize.
And I know you probably didn't mean the way it sounded, but I just wanted to say that promoters are needed. Huh? What you say?
Edit this out. I apologize, Trina.
I would not edit this out for sure, because people would dare me to say this to you. My circle would probably say, you wouldn't ask. I ask whatever I want to ask, because I know we cool like that. Me and you've never really had. I don't think we've ever had beef, have we? Yeah. So I'm not scared of you. Some people intimidated by you. But
I'm gonna tell you something. My best. I don't surround myself with people that can't shoot me straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you see me close to somebody, if you see someone in my circle, you can best believe they shoot straight to me.
Yeah.
Because I respect that. You know, I might not necessarily agree with you.
Right.
We might not necessarily agree, but I respect the fact that you come to me honest. Like me and Liddell, a lot of people complain about Liddell. Liddell just straight up.
He's just
And
straight up.
I can appreciate that. You know, we will disagree. I appreciate the fact that he come to me straight up. You know, he don't beat around the bush.
He won. You always know what he's thinking because he's gonna tell. I
like,
will call Liddell when I'm having an issue. Believe it or not, people probably don't know this, but I will pick up that phone and call Liddell because I know. I mean, it can be about a relationship. It can be like anything. I pick up that phone in Atlanta and call and be like, "Hey, this is happening. What you think? What should I do?" Because he's gonna tell me the truth, whether it hurts my feelings or not. You know.
No doubt. And it's like, and that's one of the things I like about Liddell is because he'll shoot it to me straight, but he can also take it. You see what I'm saying? Because like when I shoot it to him straight, he good with it. And it's like that right there really strengthens our relationship because it's
absolutely
got that honesty with each other. You know, not that, you know, I'm gonna kiss your butt, you kiss my butt. No, I don't even like
it's a mutual respect.
Yeah, I don't even like people like that. Be a person of integrity and be an honest person. You know, now if you're one of them little knuckleheads and you trying to talk stupid, that's okay. We're gonna have
that's a whole different story. Yeah.
But
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, but I mean, if you just speaking to me, like, you know, if you was feeling that way, you could have came up to me anytime. Jay, did you mean da 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 da? We talked about it. You know, I'm not gonna go left or get mad or defensive and all that. No, let's talk about it. What's on your mind?
So this show sometimes is about to see the sides of people. So I felt like I don't want you to think that I was trying to call you out like that, but sometimes it makes you see that we can do this on here. So and I knew it wasn't that big back then. It was a big deal, but as time went on, so I get jealous of Brigida and matter of fact, my friend Denise got an award, is getting awarded because Houston did not ever really, they didn't see promoters as a big deal here, but Dallas holds they promote. I tell Brigida all the time, Dallas loves you, are the sweetheart of Dallas. I some kind of way turned into the competition with the instructors. How does that happen?
Instructors,
anyway,
I thought y'all promoters was battling. I mean, y'all was like,
no, now see, I can't. I'm gonna just say this: me, Brigida, and Denise, we all good. I call them, bounce things. Brigida keeps me going. When I decided to leave, So You Want to Dance for to take care of myself, she was one that still made sure you got to keep doing something things. She always stood by me. She knew what I was going through. DJ Corey knew what I was going through. But anyway, so the three of us held together. Now I can't speak for those other people. I'm somebody, I like everybody. Let me take that back. That's a lie. I try to get along with everybody. I do. Because there are some people, you try, you be like, I don't even like you anyway. So whatever. But I've had to learn that. I had to learn that it was okay that I just don't like you. It's okay. I'm not going to be rude to you, but like you say, circle, you're just not going to be in my circle.
Right.
So when you get the criticism that you speak of, and I'm asking, so the question is, as a dance instructor, a leader in the dance community, what is your biggest challenge? Would it be necessarily this extra talk that you have to learn how to deal with that, or
challenge?
Because it has to get to you sometimes, Jay. Like, I know that
it did at first. It don't no more.
Okay.
Because now I'm to the point where I have so many projects, things that I'm gonna do. We have our systems in place and all that kind of stuff. I'm really almost insulated from a lot of that stuff. Like a lot of stuff that's going on, I don't necessarily know about it. Because people be talking about, oh, the dance community, this and that. I don't know. I don't. And the reason I don't is because
I can see you. I can see you though. I don't know.
I don't, because look, I'm doing my classes. I'm doing my youth classes.
And you got your life.
Yeah, I got my life. I got my business. I got my I'm working out. I'm working with my competitive dancers. My the kids. Second set. I got so much stuff.
Gotcha. You don't have time to.
I can't afford to be like, oh, you said what? Oh, I'm gonna call. Okay, really? Okay. All right. I had somebody come tell me something that somebody said about me. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't
want to do that.
I just ain't got time for
My preacher told us one time, when somebody come to you that say, "What is it taking any money out of my pocket, or is it putting any in?" If not, it really don't matter to me.
Look here, Trina. I've been doing this. I've been in Flo Motion since about 11 years old.
Wow. Okay.
And when it comes to people talking, I've heard so much stuff about me that I didn't know. Uh, I found I found out new stuff about me, and it's like, really? I mean, I found out I dated some chick. Um, right before the pandemic, I found out it was some chick I was dating. I didn't even know. I was like, I wasn't even there. You know, I mean,
I should at least let me know so I could have been there to enjoy the fruits of
you know what I'm saying? I mean, I find out all kind of stuff about me, and I'm like,
that is true.
I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, you can't fight rumors.
No, oh no, you can't.
You can't fight rumors, and you'll drive yourself crazy worried about them. So
I'm sorry.
no, you good. So what you have to do is focus on your mission.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You know, people are going to talk about you. Get over it. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is this: if you plan on doing something big, and you don't expect anybody to talk about you, you need to step into reality.
That is true. Yeah.
You know, anytime you put yourself in the forefront, that comes with the package.
And you have to be prepared, which is why I push the issue about mental health and which my first time around with So You Want to Dance, I was not prepared. I was always, everybody liked me. Like everybody, like high school, like I was that person everybody liked. So to come into a place where I thought I was doing something positive, and thought I was doing something good, and it turned to where people didn't like me, I didn't know. I couldn't handle it mentally, you know. And it was hard. And I finally had to say, okay, I'm gonna lose my damn mind with these people, and I can't let them. I remember Corey, I was parked by Corey one day. He got out the car and I was telling him, I'm losing it. And he was like, girl, go sit down somewhere, stop, because this is not worth it. This is not worth it, you know? And I mean, I say it, and I'm just being honest and transparent. It was about to run me crazy because I just didn't know how to handle the criticism or the things, especially when you think you're doing this to do a good job. I just wanted people to have fun and whatever, and then they don't like you. But I have learned when I decided to come back the second time, like you said, growth has helped me to realize, you know what? Because someone did step to me when I first decided to come back, came and have the nerve to come to my table. And I sent them right on back to their table because I learned I had to, instead of thinking, oh, they're gonna be mad at me if I say something, if I say what I want to say. But I had to learn, well, do I want to be mad or do I want them to be mad?
Yeah.
Or do I want to be upset or would I rather them be upset?
Yeah.
So now I can let you be upset and go back over there where you came from.
And don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I was talking about haters. Oh, these haters. I said, let me tell you something. If somebody hate me, when I walk in the room and they whole demeanor change. You know, I got the power to change.
I got the power.
Your whole demeanor, your whole attitude just by walking in the room.
That you gave me so much power.
How stupid are you to give somebody that kind of power?
Exactly.
Well,
except for X.
Huh?
Except for X, sometimes
about my X. I could kill. I'm gonna tell you something. When I get out of a relationship, I'm done.
Really?
I am done.
But you know what? Men are good at that. Y'all are good at that.
Well, no, I was
so emotional.
Because I done seen some dribbling men doing, please. No, I done seen some of them too. But no, my thing is this. I'm going to invest as much as I can while I'm in it. Because when I get out of it, I'm out of it.
Oh, I got what you're saying. Because you've done everything that you can do.
Exactly.
Could do.
You know what I mean?
I get that.
And it's like, and then, because the thing about it is, it's like when you are constantly, and it can be a negative thing because, people start to take your patience for granted. And then once you finally leave them alone, it's like, wait a minute, what are you doing? What, wait a minute, what is this? It's like I've been telling you. And because
and they weren't listening.
Times you thought I'm just blowing smoke. And then when I do, you want to flip out and act a fool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, no, I'm good. I'm done. I'm straight. I'm good. You know, and
Right,
what's really
right.
painful for a lot of women is when you leave them alone and it's not for another woman.
And see, I'm
Yeah.
just the opposite. I don't need. I told somebody one time, okay, if we break up, can you just wait 2 weeks before you go?
See, that's the thing about it. It's like, the thing about it is, it's easy. It's easy to be like, oh, that be there. See, that, you know, that's easy. But when it's like, no, it's just you. I don't want to be with you.
And see, for me, it's not like
You see what I'm saying?
it'd be
It's
like,
like,
okay, I wasn't good enough.
you
I
know,
wasn't like, what did she have that I didn't have? So,
right. See, and for me, and it's like, I've never gotten out of a relationship to get into another one.
okay.
You know what I mean? I've never done that. You know,
But
anytime
you've heard you have.
I've heard that.
Okay. I just want to make sure you know that you.
I heard, let me see. I heard all kinds of stuff. I heard,
Yeah. So I know you heard that.
look, I cheated on somebody that we broke up 6
Months
months
before.
prior to dating someone else. And when I started dating someone else, I was cheating on them.
The whole time. Yeah. I
That's
know.
amazing. That's
It's
amazing.
amazing. It's
I,
amazing. And it's so funny to because
and
the
but
one thing I do
before
what?
but before you break up with them, you awesome. You know, you're a good dude. You this, you that. Oh, but then when you break up, oh, you did. You
Isn't
become
that funny? This flips.
you
You know
become
people getting the vaccine and you're getting your second one coming up, your second dosage. When will you be starting? Will your classes be starting soon?
Well, I've been kind of keeping up with the COVID
The
news.
numbers and everything.
I know that they're expecting to have enough vaccines for everybody by May.
Yeah.
The numbers and everything's been going down. You have more and more people getting vaccinated.
And
So
starting next week, everybody can get the vaccine. They're taking away the restrictions.
right. So what I'm thinking about is June, July.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure that everybody gets plenty of time to, you know, get their vaccines and all that good stuff. And I think they say you're fully vaccinated after 2 weeks of your second one or
7
something like that.
days.
So I want to make sure I give everybody plenty of time and allow people to get comfortable with the idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I got a lot of people calling me now that's like, man, when you gonna do class? When you gonna do class? When you gonna do class? And I'm like, you know, my students, you know, anybody in my class, they sign a waiver. You know, when you sign up for my class, you sign up with a waiver. And on my waiver, I included COVID and everything else. So I could do classes and be, you know, safe,
covered.
But I think that it's a bigger responsibility, or it's not about being covered. It's about making sure people are safe. For me,
I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Because I mean, I don't want to say what's the rush, but not saying I ain't dancing because I am. But I'm just saying for classes and just for someone, even Jay Paul and Keith Frank, they haven't started performing yet. They want to wait till it's a little bit safer. And I so appreciate that. They put some things to the side to, you know, keep their fan and then making sure that their fans, you know, the fans go and I'm not there. That's on them, but I'm there. That means I'm bringing the fans in.
Right. I think that by the summertime, it'll be fairly safe. And, you know, it might be a good time to get out there.
That's why I moved my cruise to 2022 just to make sure, because the cruise lines are still going back and forth. But I saw on Dr. Oz today something, a doctor was on there saying something about April 30th. So anyway, Dr. Oz is my boyfriend, so I believe everything he say. And Dr. Fauci. So what about second Saturday? Same thing?
Same thing. You know, we're gonna wait and see. I talked to you know, Henry a while back and we discussed it. And you know, one of the things that you know, we talked about was, you know, just getting a feel.
Yeah.
You know, getting a feel. I'll probably start my classes back first, you know, and you know, as other instructors start back, you know, start to get a feel of the community and stuff, because you know, second Saturday costs.
Yeah.
We have to rent a
y'all pay for the building.
Yeah. So I, you know, we don't want to
be paying and it's 5 people. Y'all just there.
So it costs. So
Yeah.
a
So
lot
you
of
got to pay the bills.
yeah, a lot of stuff we do costs. It's not
Yeah,
free, and you
definitely.
know,
Definitely.
we want to make sure because, like I said, we got to pay our DJ, we got to pay, you
Yeah.
know, the doggone facility. You know, I mean,
Hmm.
it costs. You know, and we want to make sure that and it's like I know a lot of people don't like money talk, but it ain't no second Saturday without it.
Absolutely. It's nothing without it, really.
Exactly. And it's like we got to have the revenue in
Hmm.
order for it to make sense. So that's what we're gonna wait
Hmm.
for and get a feel of the community and get a feel of how
Yeah,
comfortable people are.
people are. Jay,
And
what do you do to relax and chill?
Netflix.
So you like to watch TV?
Yeah, Netflix, HBO Max.
Okay.
I got too much. I got Prime, I got Amazon Prime, Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max, I got Plex.
So you got everything.
I'm
So you
complete.
just like to kind of sit home and just chill and just watch TV and
Yeah, a lot of times, and it's like it's funny because when I go out and I know a lot of people and stuff like that. They
hmm
expect me to be like around
yeah,
people. I'm by
yeah,
myself most of the time.
hmm yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm by myself most of the
So what genre is your favorite to dance to?
time. I don't get to dance to my favorite genre.
What's your favorite genre?
I like old school gangster rap.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I like that gangster
That's
stuff.
kind of what I meant as far as me like NWA and I'm into that.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that gangster stuff. We get
yeah,
into
yeah, yeah, yeah.
homeboy. We listen to our stuff, and the little youngsters come up. Why y'all playing that old stuff? We understand the words. Y'all
Okay.
listen to these
My
mumble.
daughters and I. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They listen to these little mumble rappers nowadays. It's like,
Don't know what they saying. Don't know what they saying. I went on I have Spotify, so I do me my Easy E and my NWA on
mhm.
my way to work sometimes. So
Now I
get
do
ready for
like
that.
one thing. I have Spotify as well. One thing I like about Spotify is you have so much access to different music, and I like finding
Yeah.
different. I like finding different stuff.
Hmm.
I like finding new, unique kind of music.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Spotify allows you to kind of do that.
To do that.
Make a nice playlist. I got some pretty good playlists. You
Yeah,
know.
I actually we went Thursday night to we went Thursday to Chicago Born Grill. That was the night I paid my teacher to come dance with me.
Mhm.
Uh, but John actually ended up coming in and he had a song. I can't think of the name of it, but it was a really so because I like a lot. I like neo soul and whoever this person is, you probably would know if I said the name, but I can't remember. But
Mhm.
her, I like PJ Morton. Like I
Yeah,
like a lot of that. And then
yeah.
it's
PJ
a
go
new
hard.
guy out there now that I like too. But that's the music I'm really, really liking.
Yeah.
They're saying something too, and the music is good to dance to. I wish you
Okay.
could get because I gave Thursday they let you give a playlist to
Mhm.
Chicago Born Real and they'll play what you might. It's like request night. Yeah. So
Never
I
been
think
on
last week was the
Thursday.
last week. Well, I think last week was the last week because now they have a band starting this week. But so I was able to take our music up there and they played what we want to hear.
Mhm.
And it was really nice because they don't always play. People think when they see dancers, two steppers, swing out, they think they have to play this certain kind of music, which
Old
aggravates the
stuff.
hell out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we dance to I want to dance to some of the new stuff. I
Yeah.
like the old school, but the new stuff is what I really want to get
Yeah.
down to. So,
Yeah. It's like we was messing with Kevin. His first year when he DJ for ISDC,
mm.
we gave him the blues because he kept playing old stuff. And we gave Kevin the blues. He was like, man, I was just learning. And I was like, I apologize to him because I know I gave him the blues. I did, you know.
What are you playing? Fire the DJ.
Yeah, man, I'm complaining to him, I'm complaining to Tina, I'm complaining, all this old stuff, man. It's like,
Yeah,
well, I ain't
yeah,
76,
yeah, yeah.
play something, Anyway, he was we was, giving him a hard time and stuff like that. He was
Uh-huh.
like, man, y'all could have gave
Well,
him a break.
I try to be more careful now when I hire a DJ and say, because I try to give other DJs a chance. Because like I took Kevin on the cruise, and then my DJ Ron,
Oh yeah,
he did my first New Year's Eve party. He had never, but I'm learning to not say I need you to play swing out and two-step music, or even mention, because their brain automatically goes to a
Right,
certain kind of music, you
right,
know,
right.
because
But most
some of
of
the
Kevin and
uh-huh,
Kevin and Jerron and all of them,
hmm
for the most part, I
yeah,
think they know.
they done got it now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they good. You know, I
But
mean,
if
they
you
know
pull
how.
someone new, they don't know.
The last
That's the
thing
problem.
is,
Do you have anything coming up that you want to let us in on? Any last words?
um, well, I really don't have anything major coming up. I'm gonna start
All right.
doing my little talks on Tuesday or
Okay.
whatever, you know,
Okay.
and what I want to do is, um, start allowing, kind of start getting people communicating again. Because
Mm-hmm.
I was having conversations with a lot of people from different areas and different,
Mm-hmm.
not just two step, but I try to reach out to
Mm-hmm.
the whole dance community
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and really start reconnecting as we come out of this pandemic. And matter of fact, that's my first topics about coming out
I
of the
saw that. I think I saw that you were going to talk about that.
right and come out of the pandemic and talking to other instructors and things of that nature to try to start seeing how we can collaborate and kind of
Mm-hmm.
come out of it together,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much it right now. I mean, I don't
Okay.
have any classes or anything like that. you know
Right.
um only thing I'm doing, I mean, lifting, that's it, hitting that iron.
Yeah. That's about all there is to do is to work out, and what we got to get all that extra weight off of us from uh the COVID.
But one thing I will say is I hope that COVID has allowed us to learn to appreciate what we have,
Mm-hmm.
because COVID has taken the dance community away from us. And I think a lot of times, you know, when we have something, we can tend to be unappreciative and petty.
Yeah.
And one of the things that, myself and some of the other instructors have been talking about is, coming out of this thing and trying to come together more, and take a different approach
Mm-hmm.
and really appreciate the dance community and appreciate each other more.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we need to move away from that whole selfish, it's all about me mentality, and really
Mm-hmm.
focus on how can we work collaboratively together and
Yeah.
I really want us to come out of this thing and appreciate what we have and appreciate the opportunity, because there's even though we've gone through this pandemic, there's an opportunity here.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity for us to come out smarter and come out better.
Absolutely. And
You
get a
know,
big
so
kickstart.
right. So I hope we take. I'm hoping that we take advantage of that opportunity that's
Mm-hmm.
in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. But Jay, thank you. Thank
Thank you
you
so much.
for agreeing to come on.
Of course.
It's all about time, and I
Of
felt like,
course.
God, this is the pandemic. He'll
Right.
be nice and relaxed, and we can
Right.
just chill and talk. And sometimes people say, well, I don't watch the videos because they're long. And I'm like, you can watch them in half, because when the conversation is good, it's something good you talk about, why
Right.
just cut it off? Why have the timer on 45 minutes? So
Right. Right. That's
anyway,
what I do. I know.
thank
I
y'all
mean,
for
especially.
watching, and y'all watch Chat with Trina, and make sure y'all go on there and subscribe. Jay, thank you again. See you later. Bye.